County regular meeting, council's regular meeting for Tuesday, July the 22nd, 2016. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Calling the roll, Mr. Greenspan. Here. Mr. Miller.
Here.
Mr. Germana. Here. Mr. Gallagher. Mr. Schron.
Here.
Ms. Conwell.
Here.
Mr. Jones.
Here.
Ms. Brown. Here. Mr. Hairston is absent this evening. Ms. Simon. Here. And Council President Brady.
Here.
There is a quorum.
Thank you.
All right. Second.
Been a motion made to excuse Councilman Harrison's. As we all know, Councilman Harrison is doing his duty in Philadelphia this week, and so all those in favor of excusing the councilman's absence, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Councilman's absence is excused. Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On item number 4, I believe Councilman Germana has something.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Upon coming back Sunday night from my vacation, I got the sad news that the city of Parma lost 2 former councilmen, both from Ward 3 in council, and I had the opportunity to serve with them. Sam Bonanno and Stu Boyda. And what makes this more significant to us today is Sam Bonanno was a longtime employee of the auditor, and Stu Boyda was a longtime public works that's where he worked here, and they both passed this week, so keep them in our prayers.
Okay, thank you. Both of those gentlemen were too young. Is there any public comment related to the agenda, Madam Clerk?
No, Mr. President, we do have several at the end unrelated.
Okay. I'd like to have a motion to approve the minutes of July 12th, 2016 Committee of the Whole and July 12th, 2016 regular meeting.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The minutes have been approved. We are coming off of a fantastic event last week that went so smoothly and so well for this city that not only are we relieved, we're just very, very proud of the town and so happy for our community. Councilwoman Simon and Councilman Gallagher suggested the council present proclamations to honor our safety and law enforcement leaders throughout the community. Tonight we will be presenting proclamations for the City of Cleveland Police Chief Calvin Williams, Sheriff Clifford Pinckney, Chief Community Safety and Protection Officer Frank Bova, and Director of Public Safety and Justice Services Brandy Carney. On behalf of the County Council, I would like to also thank all those involved in all the work around the RNC. At this time, I'd like to ask Councilman Gallagher and Councilwoman Simon to go down to the podium to present the proclamations.
So we are very proud of all of you who helped us last week shine in Cuyahoga County in the city of Cleveland. It was amazing. All the predictions of gloom and doom ended up being just completely the opposite. And from every level of law enforcement, we are proud and grateful for that. And wonderful example of community policing, what we saw. And we hope this can role model on so many different levels, nationally, locally. So at this point in time, we want to start, I would like to start with my colleague, Councilman Gallagher, with Director Bova. Even, come on up. Do you have anything to say?
I'd like to say thank you to Director Bova, because he had to put up with myself and my committee, always asking for information that we knew he couldn't deliver because everything was so secret with the Secret Service. So he really had to go through the gauntlet with us, and I greatly appreciate it. But he was our behind the scenes, as Chief Williams was in front of the scenes, he was behind the scenes and working very diligently with all the folks here. But without this team of Cuyahoga County and the city of Cleveland working together, we wouldn't be talked about as we are still today in the national news as a positive, as a positive that we just couldn't believe would come off the way it did. And without them, it wouldn't have come off the way it did. So, Director, we'd like to present this to you and your team for your actions in service during the the Republican convention. Get in here.
I guess I should get
Get
it.
in.
I understand our director was patrolling the streets as well throughout the whole convention. Our second,
George Taylor is here
I guess
for
we can-
Sheriff Pinckney.
want to come on up? So Sheriff Pinckney is on a much-deserved vacation after last week, and we would ask George Taylor to come on up to receive the proclamation. And want to thank your office and Sheriff Pinckney and all the deputies, 80 that provided operational and safety assistance during the RNC.
Thank you. And again, thank you for all of what you've done.
Thank you. Oh, Director Brandy Carney, our newly appointed cabinet member. Right in time for the RNC, and your experience and skills shown through, and we were so grateful to have you there at the helm during this event.
Thank you.
Yes.
And the director, while new to her position, really has been a driving force. And part of what made us safe was the opening on time and very much under budget of what used to be the Emergency Operations Center. What do we call that now?
The Emergency Coordination Center.
Right. So that without her, and I keep saying it, without her, I wouldn't be here, and the council wouldn't look as good as we did by getting this open in coordination with all the cities, all the police and fire departments, safety services throughout Cuyahoga County. And Director Carney has been absolutely the single person that's been most responsible for that. And again, thank you for all of your actions during the convention.
Thank you very much.
And City of Cleveland.
Someone here for Chief Williams.
Chief Tum.
How are you? Ed Tombo. Nice to see you.
Nice to thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Chief Williams was the lead law enforcement leader at the City of Cleveland, and we wouldn't have had such a successful convention without him. And he's shown in the limelight as well nationally, and we saw him at every juncture throughout the convention, and any trouble spot there was the chief, and we're very grateful and proud to have you as our partner.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It was a historic event, and Chief Williams really appreciates it, but he's packing up for vacation, so.
Well
And we
deserved.
certainly understand that. And as, there's stars that come out of this, but the one big star has been the chief, because he was front and center. Everywhere trouble was, it seemed he was there. And it again, it just shows us all working together in the Cleveland Police. I was at an event yesterday, and people were just talking about, not just the Cleveland Police, they were talking about some video with the Florida State Troopers dancing in a garage somewhere that I guess you can YouTube. But all of that, when you think about it, when you bring all those different units together in quite honestly a very short period of time, and have them coordinate the way in which they did, it's nothing short than a miracle. And it starts here in Cleveland and with our sheriff's deputies in Cuyahoga County. But we thank the chief greatly.
We appreciate it. And the innovative use of the bike patrol as barriers,
They were
barricades.
the MVP.
Yes.
They were, so.
But I knew there was something going on, and the first night, Sunday night, we had the opening, and it was all the folks from all over the United States and all the people that were going to be at the convention. And in front of me was a group from Alaska, and our friends from Code Pink were coming up and protesting, and the ladies in front of me from Alaska asked them if they could take a picture with them. And the looks on their faces were just unbelievable, and they took a picture with the Code Pink ladies. And my wife said, well, what's the big deal? And I said, I don't know, but there's something in the air in Cleveland, and there certainly was. So thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Brandy, thank you very much.
I believe Mr. Kraus wants to say a couple of words.
Just on behalf of Executive Budish, our sincere thanks to all the safety forces, in particular Chief Bova, Chief Carney, Sheriff Pinckney, who has been represented by George Taylor. It's not just a testament just to regional collaboration, but it was, as Mike said, this was national collaboration, whether on horseback, whether bicycle patrol, on foot, walking around everywhere in teams of 20, 30, and 40, seeing folks from Delaware and California and Texas, Indiana, coordinating with our Cleveland Police Department, our Sheriff's Department was truly a miracle. The professionalism and the patience made us a national, and as Executive Budish would state, probably an international example of our tolerance here in our community and our democracy. And the only thing else to add is, in addition to all the safety forces, we really should commend our workforce. We've had hundreds of people that came to work during the RNC, and really acted as unofficial ambassadors to especially the California folks that were here in our building and all of the safety forces that were here. They provided great directions for everybody, including a lot of the delegates who were getting lost around town, a lot of kindness shown by our workforce here in this building, and most importantly, hugs and smiles that our workforce brought to the delegates and the safety forces. So they need to be thanked. And in addition to the safety forces, our workforce here, the folks that work with us every day, are also heroes in making sure that this was a very successful convention. So thank you.
Thank you. Legislation introduced by council, consideration of a resolution of council for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2016-0117, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification plan.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Yes, to the chair, these classifications are being removed from the class plan due to the positions are now under the bargaining unit.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Legislation introduced by the executive, consideration of resolutions for first reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend Rule 9D and 12A?
Mr. President, I move to suspend rules.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, the rules have been suspended.
Resolution number 2016-0131, amending the 2016-2017 biennial operating budget for 2016 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations, for appropriation transfers, and for cash transfers.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Been moved and seconded.
Our biweekly fiscal agenda item. Council members submitted questions to the administration. There were 4 submitted, and they were responded to accordingly. And before us are the questions and responses. I urge my colleagues for their support.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0132, approving an amendment to a collective bargaining agreement between Cuyahoga County and American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, Ohio Council 8, Local 1746, AFL-CIO, representing approximately 1,158 employees in various classifications in the Departments of Health and Human Services and Public Works for the period July 1, 2014 through June 30, 2017, to establish terms of the wage reopener for the period July 1, 2014 2016 through June 30, 2017, and to modify Article 78, and directing that funds necessary to implement the amendment be budgeted and appropriated.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Moved and seconded. As you know, we discussed this in executive committee meeting a little while ago. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2016-0133, authorizing a contract with Engineered Arresting Systems Corporation, doing business as Zodiac Arresting Systems America, in the amount not to exceed $5,981,448 for purchase of engineered material arresting system for the County Airport Runway Safety Improvements Project for the period August 24, 2016 through December 31, 2018.
This will be referred to Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0134, fixing the 2017 water, storm, and sanitary sewer maintenance and/or sewerage treatment rates for County Sewer District Numbers 1, 1A, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 13, 14, 18, 20, 21, 22, and 24, in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 6117.02.
And this will also be referred to Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0135, approving and confirming the 2017 water, storm, and sanitary sewer maintenance and/or sewerage treatment assessments for County Sewer District Numbers 1, 1A, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 13, 14, 18, 20, 21, 22, and 24, in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 6117.02.
And this companion piece will also go to Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0136, approving right-of-way plans as set forth in plat number M5026 for replacement of Columbus Road Bridge number 01.09 over Bear Creek in the city of Bedford, authorizing the county executive through the Department of Public Works to acquire said necessary rights-of-way.
This will also go to Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0137, authorizing an electric service agreement with City of Cleveland, Department of Public Utilities, Division of Cleveland Public Power, in the amount not to exceed $68 million for electric power services for various county-owned buildings for the period 9/1/2016 through May 1, 2028.
And this will be referred to the Committee of the Whole. Consideration of a resolution for second reading and adoption under suspension of rules. Been a motion and a second to suspend the rules. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Excuse me. Resolution number 2016-0130, authorizing an agreement with State of Ohio Office of the Auditor in the amount not to exceed $533,000 for an annual audit for calendar year 2015 for the period January 1, 2016 through December 31, 2016.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Been moved and seconded.
Mr. President, this is our annual contract with the Auditor of State's Office to conduct its audit of our county, and I urge my colleagues' support.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules? Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor of suspending the rules, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The rules have been suspended.
Resolution number 2016-0109, authorizing an Economic Development Fund accelerated growth loan in the amount not to exceed $740,000 to Canaan Enterprises Incorporated for the benefit of a project located at 31900 Solon Road, Solon.
Move to adopt.
Been moved and seconded. Councilman?
Yeah, this is heard in committee, and we have somebody here from Economic Development Department from the county executive's office, but there will be 22 new jobs created in the Solon community, and every job is just really a positive effort, and excited about supporting this, and ask my colleagues to support.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0110, adopting the 2016 Economic Development Plan in accordance with Section 7.05 of the Cuyahoga County Charter and Section 801.01 of the Cuyahoga County Code, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Second.
Mr. Chairman, I have a substitute that's been presented for the document that was originally brought forward to the committee. I think that it has some suggested changes that were reviewed and brought forward with full compliance of the county executive's office. And I would move to substitute the changed language for the original so that we can move forward with the substitution.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor of the motion to accept the proposed substitute, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the substitute has been moved. Any discussion on the proposed substitute? All those in favor of, we've done this, okay. All those in favor of adopting the resolution on its merits as substituted, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. Legislation is adopted as substituted.
Mr. President,
Councilman,
I would request if my name could be added.
please add Councilman Miller's name to the resolution. Anybody else? Hearing none.
Resolution number 2016-0122, making a Cuyahoga County 911 Consolidation Shared Services Fund Award to City of South Euclid on behalf of Heights Hillcrest Communications Center in the amount not to exceed $1 million for public safety answering point consolidation support for the period August 1, 2016 through August 1, 2017.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Seconded. Councilman Gallagher.
Mr. President, this will be the last piece to the PSAP puzzle for Cuyahoga County, and this particular one has been championed by Councilwoman Simon and Councilman Hairston in particular. And this closes that part of what we were doing, and now we have other work to do. So this has been a long, long road, and this is our last piece to this little bit of the puzzle. And we couldn't be happier with the way this has turned out. So I thank everybody on the committee, and we'd certainly recommend passage.
Further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0127, making an award on requisition number 36070 to Apex Construction and Management Company Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,698,430 for the Cuyahoga County Men's Shelter Renovations Project.
Adopt.
Moved and seconded.
Mr. Chairman, this was heard in committee, and the much needed and improvements to the men's shelter project will be completed. We recommend approval.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Mr. President, additionally, Council Member Conwell requested to become a sponsor of that legislation as well as the next legislation 0128.
All right.
Resolution number 2016-0128, making an award on requisition number 36912 to John G. Johnson Construction Company in the amount not to exceed $6,633,224 for the Cuyahoga County Halley Archives and Board of Elections Operations Building Renovations Project.
Move to adopt.
Moved and seconded.
Well, Mr. Chairman, this has been a long time coming, a lot of discussion, wringing of hands and so on, and we finally have come to the conclusion with awarding this contract, and we recommend approval.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is finally adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0129, authorizing the Director of Public Works to execute and submit a loan application in the amount of $350,000 to Ohio Water Development Authority to finance sewer repairs in connection with the Turney Road Sewer Rehabilitation Project in the city of Garfield Heights for the period July 1, 2016 through September 30, 2017.
To adopt.
Been moved and seconded.
Mr. Chairman, we heard this in committee as well. We are taking the loan for the city of Garfield Heights, and they'll be repaying us. We recommend approval.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2016-0105, confirming the county executive's appointment of David Marquardt to serve on the District 1 Public Works Integrating Committee for an unexpired term ending June 21, 2018, confirming the appointment of Christopher George to serve as alternate to David Marquardt, confirming the appointment of Nicole English to serve as alternate to Michael W. Dever.
To adopt.
Second.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, the appointments for this integrating committee was passed unanimously in HR committee, so we ask that the committee of the whole consider passage.
Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0119, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires slab replacement for Fitch Road Culvert 02.23 over Root Ditch in the city of North Olmsted. Total estimated project cost, $250,000. Finding that special assessments will neither be levied nor collected to pay for any part of the county's cost of said improvement, authorizing the county executive to enter into an agreement of cooperation with said municipality in connection with said project.
Adopt.
Moved and seconded.
Mr. President.
Yes, Councilman?
Just to comment that this project is significant in that it may be the first where the bond waiver program might be an option.
Thank you.
Following up on the program we instituted with the disparity study.
Any more discussion?
And we recommend passage.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Miscellaneous committee reports? Yes.
Public Works will be meeting this Wednesday at our regular time, 10 o'clock, to hear the 4 pieces of legislation presented tonight.
All righty.
This Wednesday? Or next Wednesday?
Not this Wednesday,
Okay.
this next Wednesday. The 3rd.
President.
Councilman Greenspan?
Finance and Budget Committee meeting on August 15th at 1 p.m.
Okay. Anybody over here?
Yes, the Health and Human Services Committee will meet not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, August 3rd, at our regular time of 1 a.m.
Is there any other miscellaneous business? Any council person would like, Councilman Greenspan?
Thank you. I usually don't have town hall meetings during the summer. However, the green teams from my district have asked for a town hall meeting August 8th at 7 p.m. at Fairview Park, City Hall. I encourage my colleagues to attend. I know Ms. Simon has an interest in this, and Director Foley will be discussing some sustainability issues.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Councilwoman?
So Education Environment will meet on Wednesday, the 3rd at 3 o'clock to wrap up the Veterans Fund, if we can do it at 3. And just wanted to say thank you for everybody that heard the presentation during the Council of Whole regarding the plastic problem in our oceans. I thought it was really interesting. I hope everybody else did, and I appreciate the patience of everybody.
Well, thank you for bringing it before us. It was very interesting. Any public comment unrelated to the agenda?
Yes, Mr. President, Joanne Gerhardt.
All right. Good evening.
No, but could you please press the button on the microphone in front of you?
Joanne Gerhardt. I'm here to speak up for the people of Lakewood and what has happened with our hospital and the Cleveland Clinic Foundation. The people of Lakewood have been swindled out of their publicly owned full-service hospital. The Cleveland Clinic collude with hospital trustees and elected officials to breach a lease agreement extending to 2026, such that Cleveland Clinic would close Lakewood Hospital and open a brand-new inpatient hospital outside Cuyahoga County in Avon. The people of Lakewood remain outraged by these actions. The process was improper and the people's rights have been trampled. The Cleveland Clinic demands a monopoly controlled by restricting reuse of the hospital campus by a competitor or other health systems. This new deal for Lakewood was drawn up and for the financial benefit of the Cleveland Clinic alone. Lakewood is left now with a small medical office building, a mere transfer station to divert people to already overcrowded Cleveland Clinic affiliated hospitals outside our community. We have heard many horror stories that have happened on that. This is not world-class care for the people of Lakewood, but an abuse of corporate power. This is happening right here in Cuyahoga County. The people of Lakewood demand that the Cleveland Clinic return or properly compensate the city of Lakewood for all the equipment and property removed from the hospital. Oh, I'm saying there will be a vote November 8th. The people of Lakewood will rescind this, what has happened. We would like your support. Thank you.
And the last speaker is Tara Peppard.
Tara Peppard. I'm here to also discuss the issues of our hospital. The circumstances of our hospital closing were driven by corporate greed, and they were not for the betterment of healthcare in my community, and furthermore in our county. This is not good government. The legislation that closed Lakewood Hospital will be on our November ballot for voters to approve or reject. We can reject the current ordinance and instead pursue a genuine open bidding process for new partners to operate our hospital. This is our hope for justice. Metro Health was interested in running our hospital, but bid steering and tortious interference were monumental in preventing that. Despite contrary advertising, using $50,000 worth of public funds, our hospital was profitable as late as 2014, 3 weeks before Mayor Summers declared it to be closing. Cleveland Clinic steered patients to other facilities in 2015, manufacturing financial losses. Fairview Hospital's emergency room is already experiencing major overcrowding. They have also faced a shortage of inpatient beds in the few months since our hospital is closed. These conditions will become even more serious in the face of a health crisis such as a flu epidemic. We are collecting stories documenting all of this in hopes, again, for justice. Our emergency room cannot handle serious yet common emergencies like bone fractures, heart attacks, stroke, appendicitis, and more. The majority of those cases are being sent to Fairview, wasting critical time in transport and creating overcrowding. Our hospital was a major economic engine for our city. It provided over 1,100 good jobs and $280 million in annual economic impact. Its loss will affect our city budget, leading to potential tax increases or reduced services. This affects the constituents of your county. It affects lives, it affects jobs. It is wrong and it must be corrected. I am here to ask, could you please do what you can within your fiduciary duties to help us correct this injustice? Most particularly the restrictive covenant and the new master agreement that prevents anyone from coming in and running and operating our hospital. Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else? That's it?
No, sir, no one else.
All right. Could I have a motion to adjourn the council meeting? Been moved? Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The council meeting is adjourned.